here. Just gonna connect these. And from here, at that point, you're gonna establish a guideline. This is usually recommended 4 inches above, 4 inches below. Dotted line. I'm just guessing at what 4 is. Depending on your figure, it will change. Next, you're going to refer back to your side measurement. Put your ruler, depending on either at, well, let's just do it consistently, at 0 on the waist line, your side waist. Find your side measurement needed and push that ruler over until it hits the guideline. When it hits the guideline, make a little mark at that point. This establishes your new chest guideline. So you can bring this line back to the front. There we go. And in fact, all the way across the draft. So the old one is no longer needed. This is the new chest. You don't need the old one anymore. So from here, we can draw in the side seam, angle from the new chest to the waist. And then for the hip level, I'm just going to draw an angle down. Yeah. Should we do the other side? No, not yet. Not yet. Okay, so I'm going to do the waist shaping next on the front. We go 1/2 inch down along the waist, extending that 1/2 inch all the way to the second leg of the dart, and then angle a line from the second leg of the dart back up to the waist. There. And then you complete your dart. So it's going to be angled from the lower part, sort of square, rectangular in the middle, and then triangular at the top again. Dart is done. For the back, I'm going to start with the contouring first. We have the 3/8 inch mark there, and actually need to extend that a little bit, extend that about 1/2 inch. My contouring is going to go 7 inches down from the waistline, which is just 1 inch less than the hip level, so it's little. Then do the same kind of thing you did on the front, 1/2 inch down from the back waist, extend that over to the second leg of the dart. Got a bunch of things going on here. I didn't finish my back waist on the previous page, so hope this isn't too confusing. We measured over 1/2 of the back waist calculation from the back contouring, the 3/8, whatever that measurement is. You can continue that over. Same measurement. Just say I had 4 1/8. That's my back waist calculation. before the first leg of the dart to the first leg of the dart. On the second leg of the dart, I'm also going to measure over and mark 4 1/8. Draw a diagonal back to finish the waist shaping there. So now I can draw in the lower half of the back dart. Ooh, I found a little problem on my ruler at that point. And then I'm going to draw the diagonal back up for the waist, or to the back contouring. Waist shaping and back contouring, two different things. The back contouring in the upper body goes back to the cross back. This is really long. Okay. Next, we'll finish off the back chest measurement along the new chest line. The back measurement should begin after the contouring, so it starts inside the draft. Back chest. And this will help you establish your side seam. So from here I can go over back to my waist and establish the side seam, and then back to the hip to fully establish the side seam. And then the double check to see if you're on the right track or if you have any major problems is to look at the measurements from the center line over to the back waist, center line back over to the front. Are these pretty much the same? They should be pretty much the same, within a 1/16 of an inch. And the 1/16 of an inch would be due to things like pencil width and variations in your ruler and things like that. So we're looking for sort of big problems here to see if you're off track. All right, so now we're done with page 4. So one more page here. Here's where we complete the armholes. Go back up to your cross front and your cross back. You're going to take your end of your cross front, drop it straight down until it hits the new chest. And you can do the same thing on the back. Scoot that over a hair. Okay, so this begins to form the armhole shape. Here we have, again, a 45-degree angle in the intersection that you just created. And that line will be only 1 inch long, and it will be the same on the front and the back. Okay. I feel like this shoulder is so long. Should be 6.5, and it is. From here you can draw in your curves. With a curve like this, you have to usually, in menswear a lot, you have to often do it in 2 different curves. It's great when everything turns out, if you can do it all in 1 curve, but don't force it. You can easily do it in 2 curves and it still looks good. So here I'm starting at the bottom. I'm going to hit the cross front and my 45-degree angle, and then bump it up against the armpit line. There's just 3 points at this 3 areas here, so I'm going to bring this up to the cross front and then angle over from the cross front, change the curve until I get to the shoulder. So it's 2 different curves there. And then same thing on the back, and the back is usually very shallow compared to the front. So here I'm going to hit, I'm going to hit the line of the cross back. This is going to change anyway, so I'm not too stressed out about it. I'm hitting just where the cross back measurement. Doesn't have to actually hit that point. And then again, a second curve, which is from the cross back up to the shoulder line. All right. Now you've already measured and calculated what your front and back armholes are. And the place that the moulage, sort of everything comes together, is in this shoulder line, armhole line. Typically the moulage is longer armholes than what you need, and so you shorten it up to accommodate, make that kind of final change. So figure out what your armhole should be. My front armhole should be 8 3/4. So I'm going to start at the armpit. I'm going to find 8 with a 0 point on my ruler. I'm going to find 8 3/4 on my ruler. And I'm going to shorten the draft to be 8 3/4